What's up, guys? Chris here. I'm flying solo today because we're doing something a little bit different. We haven't been able to record any new videos for the last couple weeks, so, you know, I was sick, ended up in urgent care, so we didn't record that week. Sean's out of town this weekend. He's, you know, spending time with his girlfriend for his birthday or something selfish like that. So I figured, why not do something I can do on my own, like Hearthstone? Now, some caveats up front. I'm not very good. I play mostly against computers. I have unlocked very few of the cards, so my deck is not spectacular. But let's take a look at what we're rocking real quick, for people who know the game, and for not, we'll kind of go over it as we go here. But so this is the Mage of Macquarius. It's not the best name ever. I accept that. And we're running pretty much all of the cards that have been provided through the game as I unlocked things in the tutorial, and then got Mage to level 10. So let's look at the outliers here. We're working on getting that second gold arcane missiles. That'll be nice. A nice one drop. Every class has pretty much one at least good one mana drop. We got some low end spells to get things going. We got the haunted creepers from the free part of the next Ramus thingy. Anything that gives additional effects when it leaves the field is great. I crafted these two loot hoarders because they look neat, and I love things that draw cards in any card game. Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, this. I play Blue-Red and Magic. I always used to love Pot of Greed before it got banned in Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Loot Hoarders are here to help us draw, as are these Arcane Intellects. The Sorcerer's Apprentice is here to make everything cheap, so we have a lot of good low-end stuff, and you can see our curve heavily weighted towards 2. That's not the best. We need some more high-end stuff, but I don't have a lot that's any good, so that's okay. We have a Taunter in here because, again, I don't have a lot of good things to choose from, but hey, Taunt is never a bad thing to have in a pinch. Fireball, which is great, especially late game. We'll get to that. Polymorph to take out single individual threats. Water Elemental's a great 4-drop just because of the freeze factor. We have Nightblade in here, which isn't great, but again, it'll help us take our opponent's health down. The Black Knight, one of the few legendaries I have, always handy because it can be an instant +1 in the right situation. Flame Strike, great for sweeping, especially in the mid to late game. And then my two other legendaries that I'm kind of just stalling to get to. Alexstrasza, which lets me set either my opponent to 15 if they're way high, or myself to 15 if I'm way low on health. And then Malygos, who basically lives forever and turns everything into massive damage. So it makes Fireball 11 damage, and it makes Arcane Missiles, hilariously, 8 damage that just gets sprayed all over the place. So that's what we're kind of rocking here. It's a mage deck. We're probably going to see a lot of mages as we play through ranked here, because they're in the same boat I am. It's pretty much the best one you started with. But what the hell? As you can see, we are ranked 25 because I don't play ranked very often. What's the worst that can happen, though, right? Just get my ass kicked on international online television. Not a big deal. And we found somebody. One of these times, I want this wheel to stop on something that's not worthy opponent. I know they're just there to be teases, but I want it to glitch out or something.
Jaina versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
Already proven wrong. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Hearthstone but just happen to like watching videos on our channel, this is a card game essentially. The number in the top left is the mana cost to play something. Every turn you get 1 additional mana, so you get to start playing more and more things. They all come with an attack and a health on the bottom left and bottom right. You attack things and do damage to them. This is more like Magic than Yu-Gi-Oh! In that you get to select your targets for things. Let's run this out with the coin. Why not?
Mind if I roll knee?
And basically, you try and reduce your opponent's health to 0. Everybody has this hero power that's different for each class, but it's a way to kind of make sure you always have something in your hand. Or whether, you know, something to do if you don't have something in your hand, rather. If you go second, you get that coin I had, which was called, not coin. The card I had, which was called the coin. It's early in the day for me, I'm very sorry. The coin basically gives you an extra mana, so it enables you to make some plays to keep you from being at a disadvantage from going second. Well, we're just going to shoot that right in the face. I'm not sure why he played that. But we're going to blow it up. And hit in the face. So what I love about this game is it's beautifully designed, it's visually appealing. I played some of the Magic the Gathering online game, and it is drab. It's functional, but it's boring as hell. And this is just so much more fun to look at. The sound effects are great. The music never gets old, even though you hear it over and over and over. What the hell? Let's draw some cards since we have control of the board right now. I like that you can click on things.
Tazdingo! Yes!
Can break this guy's eye. Yes. Alright, so we got to taunt around and not a whole lot of ways to deal with him right now, unfortunately. We're not going to burn... turn him into a sheep with polymorph on just a regular old taunter. I think instead we're just going to straight up hit him.
Mind if I roll knee?
Sit pat. So I'll recognize up front, I'm certainly going to mess up plays here. I know this deck pretty well. I play against the computer from time to time because I always prefer stuff versus AI. Oh, good. Open that play up for him if he wants it. I don't mind this, though. And there he's going to get a card draw for that, so that sucks for me, but live and learn. If anything, it's good that I didn't attack last turn, because it would have wasted essentially a point of damage and a little bit of board control. Okay, well, I grow tired of this, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. We're going to hit in the face again. Now, this does still open up the option of him destroying my loot hoarder and then healing the cleric itself, but I'm kind of okay with that. I also could have waited to fireball and then Black Knighted next turn to kill that, but I'll probably just do that to kill this instead, depending on what else he plays. Oh, especially if he plays something to trump it up. The value is getting stronger now. This is essentially like a 1 for 2. Oh my god, play another one. That would be so spectacular. My face. So the nice thing about what we can do here with strategy is I don't necessarily have to worry about my health as much as usual right now because I have Alexstrasza in hand. I can always bring it back to 15 and play a little bit more cavalier with my life than I usually would.
None shall.
Hey, give me that!
So we're going to take that because it's a lovely, lovely plus advantage play for us. And now there's a 4-5 to deal with. So with a priest, for those who are less familiar with this game, we have to be concerned about a certain number of particular threats. And one of them is when they get to 10 mana, they do have access to mind control. It's not something you see in a ton of priest decks, but you'll probably see it on the lower ranks like this because it's one of the best cards you can get access to. Power World Shield for a 4/7, huh? We might just be turning him into a sheep. And again, I love plays that spend cards to blow up my loot hoarders because they're really only out there for the card draw. Anything else they get is kind of just an added bonus for me. Okay, so into a sheep. And you're dead. And we'll go forward to the face. Because we don't care if he has a sheep. Look at that little guy. But I hope he does something super cool now that I've given him a chance to live. We are also a big fan of any time the priest has to spend their hero power on themselves. We're not a huge fan of that berserker, but that's okay. The sheep trying to decide if it wants to suicide. It does. Okay, what do we want to do here? That guy can become a bit of a concern if he so desires, so let's... We certainly want to shoot with Fireball. That'll give it 5 attack, and we don't really want that. In fact, we want him to have to take the impetus to hit us, so we're certainly going to hit in the face. Because even if he has to spend a turn attacking us, he can't kill my monster, and only then will he be a 5/4 or a 5/3. We don't really want to put on any low-end targets for him to hit, because then it's just like saying, hey.
They'll never know what hit.
So we're going to go this route. Put pressure on the face. Splash, 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 splash. That's alright, we can kill that next turn with no problem whatsoever. In fact, if he attacks one of my monsters, they're both going to die, which is perfect for us. Yep, out of mana, we're in good shape, because this is Flame Strike and Hero Power time. So, there goes that. And there goes that. We go 8 to the face, and we are in prime position. Heavy hand advantage, we have control of the board. Even a mind control right now doesn't really scare us. It's a shame we don't have a fireball in hand, because we could almost guarantee this was over then.
One shot, one.
We might just do the same thing again, just because we have such tremendous advantage. We normally want to save a Flame Strike for something more imperative, but, I mean, since we can almost close this out, yeah, we can for sure now, as long as we hit here, blow up there, and we go 3 to the face, 4 to the face, 4 to the face.
Well played.
I think we rank up, because I've actually played a couple of these. Yeah, a leper gnome. That's how good we are. All right, 10 gold. I think I just beat a quest too. 40 gold. I have enough gold to do something with now, because I'm not really going to pay for anything in this game. All right, well, that's it for that. We're probably going to do enough of these to fill a week, so look for more tomorrow, because I'm going to go stop the recording now, live.